Welcome to the Arts Page. I'm Sandy Max. Even if you have no formal training or intensive knowledge of art, you can start making art at any time. Don't believe me? Well, a perfect example of that is at Wauwatosa's Hart Park Senior Center. Local residents can learn art 3 times a week at the center. There's an oil and acrylic painting class, a watercolor painting class, and a mixed media class. These older artists come from different levels of creative experiences. Some of the attendees have been interested in art their whole life, but never pursued it until retirement. Some have practiced art for years and are very accomplished, but just want to be part of an encouraging and welcoming group. And some just decided on a whim to start making art and have learned a lot and grown a lot because of it. Now let's meet the talented artists from the Hart Park Senior Center.
Yeah, that'll work.
This place, what we do here, is an opportunity to create your second family.
It's important to socialize with peers.
Just meeting people and networking with people. That's the best thing.
Friendship. That's not something I thought would be coming out of it.
We've all gained friendships from these art classes.
This is a socialization thing more than anything else.
And it's just a good way of slowing down your world and just getting behind your canvas and painting.
It keeps my sanity. It does.
I've learned from the people here. They've got such great ideas.
Some people are brand new. They had another career and they're starting to paint now, and they have talent.
I'm amazed by the talent that our seniors have.
This has been just a wonderful opportunity for me.
I've learned so much from Nancy. She's excellent.
Giving them opportunities to see themselves different and to see themselves as an artist. When you frame a piece and you hang it someplace, it changes how you see yourself.
I've grown over the 10 years. People appreciate my art, and that makes it more enjoyable.
My whole view of the world has changed as I drive around or go places.
We all bring a photograph and we paint by the photograph, but rarely does it look like the photograph because we put our feelings and our emotions and our perspective into that painting.
I think if I wasn't taking the class, I wouldn't be doing art.
What would you say is your teaching philosophy?
To allow the person to become themselves. I don't want you drawing like me. I don't want you painting like me. I want you to find where your niche is. And also, even when you have a certain style or a certain niche, to expand that niche. Go bigger, go smaller. We buy a pad of paper, 5 by 12 or whatever size it is, 12 by 9, and we just paint only that size instead of looking at the piece of artwork or the image and seeing different possibilities of how you can change it and move it in different directions. So I really encourage that kind of thing.
Well, I was at Habitat for Humanity's Restore, and I loved the pile of screwdrivers that were there, and I loved the orange against the blue, the complementary colors, so I thought that would make a good painting. I kept going back to this pile of screwdrivers at the Habitat for Humanity and trying to arrange them in different combinations. I think they were probably really wondering what I was doing there. And then I eventually bought all these screwdrivers and brought them home and tried to come up with a complementary kind of composition. This actually was pretty successful. It got into Watercolor Wisconsin, and it's actually up on their website right now.
What helps me is I don't have a perfectionist bone in my body, so I can take classes and just have fun with it and be creative and not worry about it and just enjoy what I'm doing and not compare myself to anybody else. This one, Nancy had us take I thought this was fun to do, 2 different pictures and somehow bring them together into a painting. When you start thinking, well, how am I going to take part of this picture and part of this picture and put it into a composition, it's a little mind-boggling, but I had fun with that one.
It's called Celebrating Summer. My sister Jane and Sue, who was in this class, and I and my wife were at this restaurant in Waukesha, and it was just so vibrant. And there aren't many good summer days in Wisconsin, and so you're out there, you appreciate it. A lot of people have been here a long time, and so there's a friendship that's developed. And it's nice because we are comfortable enough with looking at each other's work, doing a little critiquing, helping each other. It's amazing what you think is good, somebody else looks at it and points out something that you didn't see.
What was it about this one single leaf in your backyard that made you want to paint it?
The various colors, I think. There was a little green left and brown, and then I outlined it. But I really just thought it would be good in all the edges that were there, showing the end of the season. It was in an exhibition with other people from this class at the Wauwatosa Library, and I won second place. It was quite a surprise. And I titled it Finale. And when the announcer said finale, I said to the woman sitting next to me, someone took my name. And then they said my name, and I just started laughing. I truly could not believe it.
Yeah, I've really always been an art lover, and as an undergrad, I did a lot of fine arts things. Most of my painting is done with photos that I've taken in my travels. So this was actually in the Piazza Navona in Rome. It was also one of my most challenging paintings I've done.
What benefits, what rewards do you get out of these art classes?
It's real good for my mind, the opportunity to be creative. I'm a curious person, so this is something that helps me with my curiosity. I'm always looking for new things and new ways to do things. I very much like Costa, who runs this place.
One of our main goals here for myself and our staff is to be around and be available for our seniors to chat with, listen to, and just be an ear. I have a master's degree in counseling, and I never thought I'd use it here, but I'm finding out that I'm using it on a daily basis because people just want to be able to be heard.
Why is offering these art classes important?
I think it keeps them engaged. It gets you in a place that's happy and peaceful. It's just, I think, a very, really therapeutic practice.
How does someone go about signing up to become a member?
You can come down to the Hart Park Senior Center and just come on and fill out an application. It's a membership form. That fee for a resident is $15 for the entire year. A non-resident rate is $20, and that's good for the entire year, and that gets you access to our center, gets you our monthly newsletter sent to your house, and it gives you a break on our classes that are offered.
You made this from watching YouTube?
Yes.
Wow.
So my very first painting, that when my family came home, they were like, "You painted that?" It's unbelievable, the amount of options on YouTube, different teachers teaching different styles of painting, soft and loose or very tight. I am self-taught, except for, classes and a lot of YouTube.
The biggest thing of learning to be an artist is to observe what you're looking at, because when my friends looked at this for the first time, they said, "Well, how did you know to do that?" And I said, it's just observing what you see, just looking at it, all the lines and the colors, and it just seemed like a challenge, and I just liked the picture, so I decided to try to paint it. But then one night at home, I just decided to do the beak, and it turned out, and I said, "Oh my!"
It looks photorealistic. It's very good.
Yeah, I surprised myself on that one.
Tell me, what is this?
Okay, well, it's a still life. It's just some things that were on my counter in the kitchen.
This is a kitchen counter.
Yeah, it's a kitchen counter. There was a blue cup and some other stuff and the faucet, and it just sort of went. I guess it was just a fun thing to do.
When you look at just an ordinary thing like a kitchen counter, you see this. You see art in it.
Yeah.
You see the beauty in it.
Yeah, it's all there. All you have to do is look and see.
There's beauty in everything.
Yes, there's beauty in everything.
Even the ordinary, or...
Yeah, I mean, the ordinary is not ordinary. Mm-hmm. The ordinary, when you look at it and you compartmentalize it sometimes, say, there within that whatever, there is something that is just fantastically beautiful.
My dad was in his 90s, and his grapevines had sort of fallen apart and weren't bearing anymore. And so he asked if I could do something to resurrect them. So I took the entire thing down, untangled all the vines, built new grapevines. That first year, they prospered. And so he'd ask if I would go down and take a picture of them. So I'd take photographs and bring them up and show them to him. And so that was actually a painting from my dad.
We had a show here at Wauwatosa. It was the Hart Park that had their senior center show. This one won Best of the Show. And then it was just in a painting, in a show in Waukesha, and it took second place in Waukesha. It's always nice, even if you don't win anything, but if you go to a show and you hear people commenting on your paintings, it always gives you a good feeling.
So you take the brush and you put a little paint on the side of it. Our saying in class is look more, paint less.
What do you want them to see when they're looking more?
There's a lot of things to look at. They have to see the shape, they have to see the value, what's dark and light, and they have to see where the light source is coming from. Do it. And I always try to encourage them and say, you're going to get better, because the more you paint, the better you will get.
I'm Sandy Max. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more arts-related stories.